I'm worried about what they're gonna try and pull with my boy Ryuk here. I don't know what direction we're headed, but I'm a little nervous about what's gonna happen with him. What's up, everyone? I'm Grizz. Welcome back for more Death Note. Like saying goodbye to Ryuk at the end there gets me concerned. So I still don't know. I sat on the decision, or I sat on it, and I thought about what it might mean, what he's getting at here. I don't know. I really don't. I think, like I said, it goes one or two ways. We're either gonna try and move on from Ryuk and use Rem, but it doesn't make much sense to me if we do that, because if Misa had to lose all of her memories about the stuff when she forfeited her note, then why wouldn't Light, and then he would have to kind of start everything from scratch? That doesn't make any sense to me. So I don't think we're going down that route. So yeah, I have no idea, but he has to save Misa too, so he's got some decisions to make and some things to do. And I don't know the direction this is going to go, but I am very excited to see. If you enjoy it all, please hit the like and subscribe button. They do really mean a lot to me. You can also stick around for the discussion if you feel like it, and leave any comments down below about the episode in general or just anything that helped me along. But let's get going with episode 16. So it's not his, because he wouldn't be telling that to Rem. So is it because he touched Misa's paper before? He technically, even though he's not the owner, but he's the only other one who had contact, and if she relinquished it, then he became owner or something? That's the only thing I'm getting from that, unless I'm completely missing something. Huh.
お前が人間界にもう一冊ノートを持ち込んだおかげで僕は俺の渡したノートの最後は土の中に捨てられるとはな。いいかリュウク、まだ土の中に隠してあるのであって、捨てるのは次に僕が捨てるという言葉を口にした時だ。その時は文脈に関わらず、その言葉をノートを捨てるという意味で口にする。
Okay.
わかった。
So we're not using the book anymore.
天音美沙を確保するとき、第二のキラ容疑でと言いましたよね。
はい、言われた通り、後ろから目と口を押さえ、第二のキラ容疑で連行すると彼女には聞こえるように。
拍手も。そうだ、ほっぺにチューしてあげるから。ね、ミサ逃げないから。
あれだけ第二のキラとして話
Yeah, what happened?
なぜ今更したのか。
天音美沙取り調べしちゃうぞとか、そういうのがしたい。
君は今なぜそこに縛られている？
Not a clue.
なぜって、ミサがアイドルだから？でもここまでしてくれたストーカーさんは初めてだよ。
Nobody's ever actually tried to kidnap me before.
ミサのおしっこしてるところ見られるよ。楽しくない？
私が変態。八神ライトを知っているか？なぜ彼に近づく？
That's my boyfriend.
自分の彼知らないわけないでしょ。
あれだけ黙秘していたのに、今度はあっさり彼しか。どうなってるんだ？
Yeah. The thing is, as smart as he is, I don't think there's really a way that you could catch on to her losing memories and stuff like that. We're gonna confront him about why he was calling Misa there.
僕がキラかもしれない。
Without knowing I am? Huh? How's he gonna play that?
八神ライトがキラだという証拠もない。ここで僕がキラかもしれない。演技だ。
Yeah, it is.
かもではなくキラだ。僕をキラだと決めつけている。きっと僕がキラなんだ。何を言ってるんだ。
He's going with the, yeah, the best detective in the world thinks so. I gotta be.
僕をキラだと推理する。
Well, I'm here to prove that I'm not.
僕に自覚がないだけで。
So you gotta do that.
僕がキラなのかもしれないってことだ。
I don't think that's the case, brother. Who was sending all those video messages then?
自覚がないか。
He's claiming. Okay, yeah.
自分がわからなくなる。僕に自覚がなくても、例えば寝ている間にもう一人の僕が殺人を犯しているのかもしれない。それはありませんでした。こんなやつ死んだ方がいいと思うことなんて。
Yeah. Oh shit, we could all be careful.
本当に人を殺したりしない。そうだろ？
殺人をする方法があったのかもしれない。
That's also true. What's your excuse for that?
こうなることを予想していたのか、八神ライト。しかし、 雨のようにこれから長期にわたり拘束したとして、
Well, you too forget.
犯罪者が死んでいったらキラではないか。
But he said that he has like a long list of names already written down in like days and times, right? So they're all going to be going still. At least he did that in the past. So I'm assuming he probably would think up the same thing here.
ライトの手足を縛り、長期間牢に監禁。
何を
Is that why they buried the notebook at the beginning? Just so that nobody could ever find it and then it has all the names already written in it? So this still happens and then he can kind of clear himself?
キラではないのかと心のどこかで悩みながらキラを追っていくことはできない。その代わり龍崎が僕がキラだとわかるか、キラじゃないと納得するまで僕が何を言おうとどんな状態になろうと絶対自由にしない。
So he's trying to prove his innocence in this sort of way, I think. By claiming that he is and then forcing him to observe him.
なぜ息子が牢なんかに
Because he offered to.
そうしないと僕自身が納得できないんだ。
本気なのかライト。
なあ、僕は自分の自由を封じることで自分の中に潜むキラの恐怖に勝つ。
I mean, it's not a bad strategy if he's doing what I said I think he is, but because if they still continue to die while he's locked up because he wrote it and then hid the notebooks so nobody could ever go through his room and shouldn't find it, he'll be fine, right?
あとはノートを捨てるだけだ。
またリンゴ食えなくなるのか
No, no more apples. You're gonna be fiending for them in there.
さっき話していた時も私は一人市場で息子を監禁させま
Yeah, you have this whole time.
市場を挟むなんてダメですね。
This whole time you've been like, ah, he's not, he can't be, it's my own
息子
son.
がキラだということにでもなったら私はどんな行動をとるか。
はい。八神さんなら息子さんを殺し自分も死ぬなどと考えなくもなさそうです。
See, I'd argue that he wouldn't kill his son and he wouldn't kill himself and he would try and protect him.
私も監禁してくれないか。今は冷
For
静だ。
what reason?
息子への思いでいつ何をするか。
So he was just worried that he might act out and go crazy over the thought of his son being this, and he wants to be kind of locked up so that he can't let anything sporadic happen with him, I guess.
お風呂入りたい。どうせ私のうち知ってるんでしょ。着替え持ってきてよ。
またすごいことになってきたな。
キラに殺されてもおかしくない。新たな犯罪者は報道されたか。報道されたのならキラに殺されたか。それなりの犯罪者が何人か報道されましたが、ライト君を監禁してから誰一人犯罪者は殺されなくなりました。
Ah, we're thinking of new criminals, so I've been completely off. I was thinking that he just wrote down like a whole bunch of old ones and then slowly letting them go.
僕がキラってことになりそうだな。
リンゴ食い
So if that's the case, I really don't know his strategy here
どう
then.
なってるんだ。八神ライトを監禁してもキラの犯罪者への裁きは止まらないと読んでいたが、こうなると問題はキラの自覚があったかな。
Okay.
自分がキラであったとしても自覚がなかったと押し通しさえすれば済むと考えているの
I
か。
think that's what he's trying to do.
八神ライトらしくない。いや、キラらしくない。
ライト
I need my
そろそろリンゴ
ringo.
食わないか
とにかく我慢するしかないな。暇でも。
ストーカーさん、ずっと座ってるだけでじゃ売れないよ。
I think Ryuk's the one going most insane.
私にはここが一番落ち着く。
Yes, I need to sit in my thought.
結果になろうと。ここから出るときは息子と一緒だ。
わかりました。
Yeah, well then you're not gonna leave alive.
ここまで来れば。
He's gonna act different now.
ああ、自分でも格好のいい状態とはとても思えないが、そんなくだらないプライドは捨てる。
So I'm also confused what exactly getting rid of the book does for him, but I am assuming we're just about to find out. Did we lose Ryuk now? Oh, okay, his memories, that's what it was.
なんで僕はこんなことをしてい
And now he's gonna act completely, yeah.
なぜなら僕はキラじゃない。早くここから出してくれ。ダメです。キラかキラでないか判断できるまでライト君が何を言おうと出さない約束です。あの時僕はどうかしていたんだ。キラという殺人鬼がやってきたこと 自覚なしでやっていたなんて思えるか。キラとしての自覚がない僕はキラじゃない。キラによる殺人が止まったのですか。
The numbers add up,
い
brother.
いか龍崎、よく聞いてくれ。僕は絶対に嘘など言っていない。僕はキラじゃない。こうしていることもはめられたとしか思えない。
Framed by yourself? Yeah.
どうなってるんですか。
15 days,
2
Jesus.
週間以上裁かれていなかった犯罪者が一気に。
ああ、キラ復活だ。
局長には伝えたんですか。
いや、まだ。
And they haven't let him out. Okay, I'm fucking lost again.
じゃあ息子は殺人が起きて喜んではならぬが、これで息子の疑いは、いや、龍崎のことだ。白とは言うまい。
灰色で聞こえましたか局長。
ああ、ほとんど黒だったんだ。よかった。
多分限りなく白に近いグレーですよ。じゃあライト君は松田。いや、松田さんやめてください。松田、ライト君には教えないでください。もう2週間以上新たな犯罪者が裁かれていません。いい加減キラであることを自白してもらえませんか。バカ言うな龍崎。お前は間違っている。今までの捜査状況から僕をキラだと推理するのはわかるが、これは罠だ。僕はキラじゃない。あのね、本当にキラが誰なのか知らないんだな。
あ、またそれ。
I've been here for 2 weeks, please.
キラはミサの親を殺した強盗を裁いてくれた正義の味方だもん。
何が何だかわからない。
I can't either, to be fair. Yeah, I'm a little confused too. But take a shot in the dark here, because like I said at the end there, I got no clue what's happened. So somehow Light discarded ownership of Misa's death note, which I still don't understand, and my guess is only because she discarded her own, and then he also touched it so he could see Rem. So as a result, he became new owner and then had 2 and then got rid of it, and then he no longer had it with Rem, but then he remembered Rem because he still had memories of his current one in which he has with Ryuk, if that makes sense. I think that's what happened there. Next, he buried his own, so his is buried, and he's like, I'm putting this away, nobody can find it, nothing happens. Ryuk, when I tell you to get rid of it, get rid of it. And then he goes in confinement for 15 days. He goes in there because he's like, L, it ain't me. Trust me, it's not me. He goes in there because he wants to prove to L that it is him. He thinks it's him. He thinks that he's like fallen asleep, or subconsciously it's becoming him. What's that manga called? Something like Dear Myself with Malice Afterthought or something. I think it sounds similar to that. I read that manga. It's pretty similar to that. Dude falls asleep for multiple days, and then he just like has this other version of him come out who's like killing people and doing this other shit. It was pretty good. Give it a read if you haven't. I think it's similar to that, but not in the same way. But he's trying to make it sound like that, even though we know that's not actually the case. But I think he's trying to play it out like that. Okay, next. It starts looking like him. Nobody's dying. Nobody at all. I initially thought he wrote a whole bunch of names on the paper. He was going to, you know, one by one let them go each day. And then it looks like, you know, oh, they're still dying even though I'm locked up. It can't possibly be me. But that's not the case because he didn't write anybody's name. And they're focusing on dudes who are newly broadcasted, not people who've been in the past. And none of the new guys have been being killed. So it looks like it looks like Light's Kira here. And then next thing you know, he tells Ryuk, get rid of it. And Ryuk goes and says, goodbye, see ya, brother, and discards his death note. So he no longer is bound to it anymore and no longer has ownership with it with Ryuk. We're going to get to more of that in the future because I have some ideas on that. Okay, all's good and well. Now he loses memories of it. Now he can act different. He can play it off like Misa kind of did. He can kind of play it off like, dude, I have no clue what you're talking about. Why am I even in here type of thing, right? And he tries to do that. And he tries to make it seem like L's the one going insane. Okay, understandable. I think it's a good strategy. Where it gets me is 15 people die one day. Where the fuck is that coming from? So I have guesses, and I don't think any of them are right, but I have guesses. So as far as I'm concerned, it's still Light the one who's killing him. I don't know how, but I'm pretty positive it still is, because the only other way it could be is if there's another person, another user who came in and got a death note. But if that's the case, I think that's stupid. I don't like that at all if that's the case. So I'm really hoping that's not the case, because then you're just going to constantly introduce things to kind of thicken the plot more when it doesn't really need that, and you already have a good base and fundamental thing that you're working with here. So you're going to kind of ruin it, in my opinion. I don't want to keep adding stuff. I think it's cool to add a third party, but then when you added Misa and you took her out, now you're going to add another. It doesn't make sense. I don't think so, at least. So I'm going to say it's still Light doing it. How Light still has control when Ryuk is no longer bound to him, I have zero fucking idea. The only guess I can really make is Light wrote to have people killed, these 15 dudes killed on this specific day in the book. So regardless if he's being removed from Ryuk, it still has to occur. So the fact that he no longer has access to it, it still had to occur. Now, I should probably go back and check, but I don't feel like it. Did the deaths happen before or after he got rid of Ryuk and he got rid of the book and tried to claim that it was fake? Actually, I am going to go back and check. Okay, just checked. He got rid of it beforehand. So yeah, the only theory I can form then is he got rid of the book and it still had stuff written in it that still has to come true regardless if he's the owner anymore or not. So it ended up happening. Either that or he somehow got Rem to agree with him to kill off people on this specific day, or Ryuk or somebody in their own book, because they can technically just do that if they want. I don't think that's the case, because then they'd be going out of their way to help Light, and then they'd probably end up having to die as a result. I don't believe that. So I have zero fucking clue. That's my thought process on this entire thing that's happening here. Poor L is losing his mind here. He's with me. We have no clue what's happening here. It's a great turn of events that they're forming here, and I think we're really about to see something that might be special with what Light is doing here, and I'm excited to see that. But I am very, very, very confused. I also don't think that's the last of Ryuk we're going to see, because one, there's a bunch of episodes to go, and two, Light still has something that he has to do with, you know, the new world and everything that he wants to form. So yeah, I'm assuming we have to get Ryuk back at some point, unless somehow he's going to get out of the Shinigami. But my guess is Ryuk's probably just going to be lurking around, and then he's going to come in contact with Light again as soon as we get out of this situation. So I don't think it's the end of him. But yeah, losing my mind over here trying to figure out everything. Some other simple little things. The dad wanted to be confined so he doesn't lose his mind, even though he loses his mind while he's in confinement. I think it is a smart idea. I thought it was weird at first, but it makes sense. He's trying to hide him or confine himself so that he doesn't, you know, because he doesn't know what he's going to do. He thinks he might act out. And it's nice to see he's finally starting to admit that he might be kind of like lenient towards his son. I don't know what the right word I'm thinking of is, but he might be favorable in his way, and he might be trying to find reasons to prove his innocence rather than find reasons to prove why he's guilty or why he might be Kira. And being around might not be a good idea for him. So I think that makes sense, because he never has really suspected his son to be Kira. So I think it's cool that we're kind of confining him and keeping him out. And it is a bit unfortunate. Dude just had a heart attack and he's losing his damn mind over here. Poor Misa. I feel incredibly sorry for her, and Light is supposed to be protecting her and helping her. So unless he has a plans to get her out of here, but it's been 20 days and he's been keeping her trapped and she's been losing her mind over here. I thought the pervert joke to Elle was really funny, making him question himself, and just, I think Misa's been really enjoyable throughout this entire episode too. But yeah, I don't really know where else we're headed from here. I guess it's just another reveal to come, and excited to see what happens, but I'm going to have to sit on that for a few days and think about what the hell just happened, probably. Or maybe I'll just jump into the next episode and figure it out. Who knows? If you enjoyed it all, please leave the like and subscribe. It do really mean a lot to me. Leave any comments down below you think will be useful for me to know, or just thoughts overall about the episode. You can follow me on Twitter and my anime list. Both of those links are in the description. And feel free to also check out the other videos on the channel. And I'll be back for another episode of Death Note soon, hopefully. Yeah, have a good one. See ya.